Under the altar in heaven one day, the martyrs asked the Lord, how much longer will it be till you're bringing in to it all? The Lord answered, it's coming soon, now rest and here abide. More martyrs must soon arrive. Stephen was there in a robe of white, Peter and Andrew nearby, with thousands more who throughout all time had faithfully given their lives. A red trail of martyrs' blood across the centuries testifies. They ran and won the prize. Young nurse, just 27, at a children's clinic in Yemen, became the victim of some madman's jihad, only because she was a Christian. A husband to missionary, for his deeds of love also died. Both welcomed on the other side. Omar, for accepting Jesus, now waits his Sharia death. Under the altar a cheer is heard as he nears his final breath. But on earth are we too busy to notice the martyr's plight? Out of mind and out of sight. Now in Islamic dungeons, and today in communist jails, our brethren are beaten and tortured, broken bodies but faith unfilled. Every day as they are dying, and the number under the altar grows, the final day draws closer, and the blood of the martyrs flows. The blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. How many times can I look in your eyes and say I have nothing to give? And how many more times must I wake in the night with dreams of the way that you live? I can hear you crying in silence, I can see you. Lost in the dark, and I am near you. Turn to me now, there's room in this heart tonight. So many people are over the world, are living in pain and despair. So many reach out for the hand that can help, still calling to nobody there. I can hear you crying in silence, I can see you. Lost in the dark, I am near you. Turn to me now, there's room in this heart tonight. There is a part of everyone that cannot see and cannot hear, because we don't want to know. But somewhere there's a bigger heart that's reaching out for all of us, safe place to go. There are so many in life who need a helping hand, somebody who can heal the pain. Yes, I can hear you crying in silence, I can see you. You're lost in the dark, and I am near you. Turn to me now, there's room in this heart tonight. There's room in this heart tonight. Yeah, there's room in this heart I will pass this way but once. If there's any good that I can do, let me know it now. For I'll never pass this way again. I will see this day but once. If there's any kindness I can show, let me show it now. For I'll never see this day again. Tomorrow may be too late, my friend, to do all the good that you planned. So reach out to those who need you and lend them a helping hand. I will know this world but once. If there's any love that I can give, let me give it now, oh Lord, for I'll never know this world again. Tomorrow may be If there's any love that I can give, let me give it now, for I'll never know this world again. So let me give it now, oh Lord, for I'll never know this world again. Let me give it now.
Spear in his side, yet it was a heartache that made him cry. He gave his life so you would understand. Is there any way you could say no to this man? If Christ himself were standing here, face full of glory and eyes full of tears, and he held out his arms and his nail-printed hands, is there any way you could say no to this man? How could you look in his tear-stained eyes, knowing it's you he's thinking of? Could you tell him you're not ready to give him your life? Could you say you don't think you need his love? Jesus is here with his arms open wide. You can see him with your heart if you'll stop looking with your eyes. He's left it up to you. He's done all he can. Is there any way you could say no to this man? How could you look in his tear-stained eyes, knowing it's you he's thinking of? Could you tell him you're not ready to give him your life? Could you say you don't think you need his love? Thorns on his head, your life is in his hands. Is there any way you could say no to this man? Is there any way you could say no to this man?
Walking in the shadows with a pain inside my soul. I've lost my youth to violence, and in my heart there is no hope. in the tunnels and the sewers of the railway station ground. I've lived my life in anger, lashing out at who comes around. But I was once some mother's child, with a future full of hope and life. And I was once her pride and joy, with an innocence and face shining with light. Now a creature of the darkness in the cold and lonely night, and hope just fades away with the dawn of each and every day. By the time that I was 5, I had no place to call my home. I was wandering through the streets, seeking a refuge of my own, as I learned to beg and steal to meet the needs of every day. I wondered if my life had never been another way. Oh, but I was once some mother's child, with a future full of hope and life. And I was once her pride and joy, with an innocence and face shining with light. Now a creature of the darkness in the cold and lonely night, and hope just fades away with the dawn of each and every day. If only I could believe and trust the words I hear you say. Oh, does Jesus really care for me? Will he answer your prayers, and will he hear what you say? Will I ever have a chance to know another way? Will you ever hear me say, I am now my Father's child, with the future of God's promises so bright. And now I rejoice inside the light that has brought me to this faith in Jesus Christ. No longer in darkness, His love shines in my life, and my tears have turned to faith, and darkest night has turned to day. Oh, no longer in darkness, His love shines in my light, and my tears have turned to faith, and darkest night has turned to day.
There's a point when you cannot walk away, when you have to stand up straight and tall and mean the words you say. There is a point you must decide just to do it 'cause it's right. That's when you become a point of light. There is a darkness that everyone must face, wants to take what's good and fair and make it all a waste. And that darkness covers everything inside until it needs a single point of light. All it takes is a point of light, a ray of hope in the darkest night. If you see what's wrong and you try to make it right, you will be a point dedicated army of quiet volunteers, reaching out to feed the hungry, reaching out to save the land, reaching out to help their fellow man. There are dreamers who are making dreams come true, taking time to teach the children there's nothing they can't do, giving shelter to the homeless, giving hope to those without. Isn't that what this land's all about?